Okay, I'm doing a review here. Philip Lifeline. As you know, this one here, pretty generic manual, doesn't tell you much, so I ain't gonna say much about it. Pretty generic. You get a pendant and blah blah blah, but it is like expensive. Okay, now I'm gonna, as you know, this is the body specification here, as you know. You know, this here, it's the body specs. 310 megahertz. This is transmitting operating range. The output bandwidth here. This will transmit on between 310 to 130 megs. 310 from there. From 200 to 1 megahertz, and that, and if you want to know, from field strength less than 509 VON-3, operating frequency around 1312 megahertz, and calling a -1, method of transmitting pulse watts monetization, date secure data source, internet only, internal only, type of moderation, pulse width, operating bandwidth is 310 megahertz to 320 megahertz, estimation diameter, definition D, megabyte around 22D, and power output about 5 microwatts. Now, this is actually made by a company called Pharmatex, you know. Not Pharmatex, but it's manufactured. And this is about explaining the details and how it works in one way. What I'm going to do, this is sort of what. Remember, this Sunday makes American base, so I can't tell you it, but I can explain it here pretty easy. What it does is go through a telephone line to service a service network provider facility. Then it connects here by the telephone line. Then it connects by a telephone line here. As you know, this go here, comes in the house to a phone jack. Okay, and that where that. Then drop down to a phone and answering system. Then it drops down to a telephone. And then it drops off to a fax machine. But a little bit more than that. It drops off there to a computer, probably that. Another telephone. Then your lifeline machine basically there. Yep. So, called ACTA, which is pretty good for technology-wise. FSC tech here, giving all the specs on it. So explain it to you a little bit, but it's really enough of boring technical details. These things will save your life. If you were, this here will save your life. I got it because two reasons why I got it. Number one, one of the videos I thought having a heart attack when I used to be. Well, it was very scary. That woke me up. I better do something. And that's what I did. Now I feel safer. Better be safe. And so my health is more important than money. And think about it. Go to operation, get my going bar surgery. I don't want to have that and then. I'm gonna go up here. Well, this here is dependent that you. This here, if you were signing up with Philip Lifeline here, this here dependent that you will receive. That's just one of them. The other ones out there, protecting a fall, protecting this and that. Now, do you want me to know what it says? Also, this number here, if you have an active site, a fire paramedic look at that number, identify it, then have your echo right on the screen, in the ambulance, and they can be rushing me off to the hospital. Well, trust me, I had a low sugar attack. Actually yesterday, like today, and guess what? I ended up in the hospital, but the police turned around. As soon as they seen that, they brought my sugar back up again immediately. Because they thought I was drunk. I'm not drunk, but wasn't low sugar. Trust me, these will save your life. I highly recommend you get one if you need it. Now, the actual unit in the bedroom here. What you're going to do, go in here. This is the actual unit in the corner here. And I'm going to explain it to you. This here, if I were to press this here, don't do anything because it won't go anywhere.
Thank you.
Yes. See, little voice says thank you right here. Press again.
Thank you.
That's what it says. The amount, if there's something you want you to hear, and this here, it made you inside, you got a battery here. The battery keeps your voltage in, so you don't have, so power goes out, the battery thing can still run. Now, of course, if this plugged into a phone jack, this will plug in the phone jack, got a phone plugged into, of course. Now, as you notice, one thing I had noticed here, they put one heck of a good cord for 2 prongs. I'm surprised. This is really good. This, my God, this is very high quality, one hell of a good cord. I've never seen, this is the best line cord I've seen compared to this one. This one here. You're going to have to demonstrate a power outage here. Watch. Power going to fail. Green light just went out. As this light is flashing here, indicating the system is now on batteries. As you're wondering, it's on batteries. As you know, the auto's on there too. It's indicating it's on battery, so this will transmit dependent. And on top of that, send single phone line call. Now, this will have power, but I kind of pulled the plug from the wall. But look at this. This is very high quality work. I mean, this here, one hell of a good cord. I never ever. This is made nice. They go to show when something made like this in North America, they know how to do their work. Something that made in North America, oh, they know how to do their work. I can tell you that. Just looking at there, yeah. Oh, I see the. Oh, yeah. Actually, it says American Wire and Cable Company. I don't know. This American Wire and Cable Company. Yeah, this is really, really good. Now I don't want to run my battery down because someday it could. I have real power. Well, power is restored here. I was wondering. I'm gonna plug back in power. See, power been restored. It kicked in. The red button on the side. This will summon help if I need to press that button while it's a pendant. But I will not press that. Because it will make a phone call, and I could have the ambulance come in falsely, but I don't need it. Now, with the Philips Lifeline, it's pretty simple, very basic electronics. You can use it, yes, but also the system itself is not made in China. It's made in USA, not in China. Matter of fact, if they were made in China, they will have very poor quality cord on it. It'll be worse than being by poor quality cords. That's what they do. Well, like they'll put a cheap cord like this on it, put something like that on it, which is poor quality, not good. That's what Chinese do. Chinese people, a lot of crap, a lot of junk will come from China. But here, a lot of the United States, when it makes their own USA, made with better quality cord. This is a high quality copper. And trust me, the last one. This here is Chinese junk, made in China, and not as good. So I was planning to do something So if you want a Philip Lifeline, this will save life. If you have a elder in your family, or you have a kid that has the wheelchair bound, you think a good idea, I recommend Philip's Lifeline. You know, and that will save you. This unit will save your life. 'Cause I live alone in an apartment building, and I don't want to be sitting here having that one time. I thought the video, I did something about it. It cost me rent this unit, Phil, Canada. Well, it cost me $50 a month this year. But you know what? The $50 well spent, and you get a hell of a good unit made in USA. Think about that. It's heck of a good unit. I've never seen anything like that made so well. Like, so this here, that Chinese cord. China. See this cord fan made in China. It doesn't last as long because they're making a higher cheap labor. Well, would you buy something made in China? No. This made in China. The motherland. This falls apart the week. This air conditioner compressor blew up and it falls all the food apart. So think about it. You know, Lifeline units are all made in Canada, and I give you details on it. So remember, Philip will save your life. Think about it.